So first thing you have to do is bring that picture into your data, into your ArcGIS Pro view. So um, that'll be the first thing I do. You can do it in two ways. One, you can add it through the Add Data box here, or you should be able to find it on your desktop, right, and then drag it into ArcGIS Pro. And it'll add it, but it doesn't have a coordinate system. And ArcGIS Pro warns you about that up in the upper right-hand corner here, right? So you have to right-click on it and go to Zoom, and it's at zero. We call this zero island, right? It always puts your data at the equator at the prime meridian, right? So the first thing to do is we have to geo-rectify our picture that we want to digitize. So, or geo-reference it. So what we want to do is find a unique feature that we know we can locate in Sullivan with accuracy, right? So I'm going to pick this lake feature here, right? And then we head over to the imagery tab and we click on the geo-reference button. That's going to bring up a set of tools. And what we need to do is add corresponding control points between the data we want to georeference and the actual physical locations. So I'll do my first control point. I'm going to put it at the end of this lake here. And then I'm going to go back to my map and I'm going to locate Sullivan, Indiana. And I'm going to try to find that lake, right? Is it this lake or is it this?
Well, I think the photo's up and down.
Up and down. So it's up here probably. Oops. Let's look at the photo again just to be sure. Yeah, so it's here. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that it's this lake, right? Maybe? Or so this is part of the problem. It really looks like it's the turtle. It doesn't look like either of them. All right, so I chose a bad correspondence point. Maybe. Or is it? Go ahead, what were you gonna say?
Lake Sullivan?
I don't think this is Lake Sullivan because it's on the wrong side. But even Lake Sullivan doesn't look right. Right?
Yeah, we can choose a different photo.
Yeah, something's weird. Hold on.
So I think in our photo, like if you turn the, if you rotate the photo straight upside down.
Like this.
Lake Sullivan is up in the top corner.
Up
right there.
Here. Yeah.
No, right this side. I see.
So then this feature, oops, I don't want to do that. Ah, dang. Okay, let's try this again. Zoom to the layer. Is there a point that I know I can find on the map? Sullivan, Indiana. Hold on. I'm going to change my base map. And there's the lake. It doesn't show up on the map. So on my stormwater issues, I'm going to zoom to there. I'm going to find a correspondence point that I know I can use, right? So go back to here, put my control point on there. I'm going to choose the dam on the right-hand western side here. Zoom to Sullivan. Kaboom. Now the first point is just going to put that location there. Now I need to choose a second correspondence point, right? So zoom to layer. Perhaps whatever this thing is and where it intersects this road. See if I can find that. All right, so now I'm going to go back to Sullivan. This is approximately that location. Kaboom, right? And I have to do this many more times, at least have 4 correspondence points in order to reference it to the real world, right? And so that might involve me kind of going back and forth here a little bit, right? So I can say, okay, we'll pick a point at this image is really bad quality. We'll pick this little offshoot of the lake, and I have to find that little offshoot of the lake right here. And maybe that's here, right? And I turn my map back on. It's starting to get more accurate, right? Once I have that done, I can, let me see here. I can save my map as a new, or my data as new. And I'm going to output this raster data set to a good location, right? Geo-referenced sewer problems, whatever it might be. And I'm going to choose an output format that's maybe more portable, like a TIFF file. And it's going to output that, and it should add it to my table of contents. Then I'm done georeferencing, right? And the data that I want to work with is the georeference data that I just created. Okay, so now I have to digitize my features. So like, let's say I wanted to create points for this. I have to go ahead and, where is this view? I'm going to bring my catalog pane out here. I'm going to create a new geodatabase, right? Call it whatever, Sullivan. Within Sullivan, I'm going to create a new feature class, and it's going to be, I'll just call it sewer points. Right? And it's going to be, oops, not multi-patch, point feature. I'm going to give it any attributes that I want. Right? And then kind of go through here, choose the coordinate system. I want it to match the thing that I just geo-referenced. So in here, I might go ahead and I'll choose my current one. Finish. And now I will have a sewer points feature class that's added to my project. And I can use the edit tools to drop sewer points into the appropriate locations, like so. So that would be kind of the workflow here. When you have your edits done, you save them. But ideally, you would have a much higher resolution copy of this image.